Right, so this is the audio description of the Kassam Stadium, Oxford United's home, at least at the moment. They've just had permission to move on for visually impaired supporters or anybody who's going to listen to the audio stream who just wants to get a visual picture of what we're describing. So, starting with the stand to my left, there is no stand to my left. This is a three-sided ground. The intention always was at some point to build a fourth, but they have never had the funds to do so. So, to the left is a wall, like a 10-foot wall, and behind it a big car park. In the middle of that wall is a scoreboard, which is on metal supports, so it's about 15, 20 feet up in the air, a rectangular scoreboard. But apart from that, yeah, there is nothing to see at that end. It's just a wall. Moving along then, the stand opposite us. Now, all three stands are pretty much identical. This will be a quick video, isn't it? So, I quite like this ground, although it seems I'm in a bit of a minority. All three stands follow the same template. So you've got about 30 rows of seats going back, blue seating or nothing picked out in letters or anything like that, just one tier. And then a roof above it at a fairly shallow angle, about a 30-degree angle. The thing I quite like, they have these diagonal side panels, metal corrugated side panels, which run from near the tip of the roof down diagonally to the sides of the stand. The roof is also the same corrugated iron with blue support struts, and then above it are the stanchions that hold the roof up, and some quite funky floodlights. So 6 little sets of floodlights which are set up along the roof. How can I describe it? It's like an F with a mirror image F joined to it. So you've got 6 floodlights on each of the 6 stands moving along the stand. I hope that made sense. I feel like it didn't. And then at the back of the stands, there is a back wall which has an advert across it for Planet IT. The middle, it's got 2 small blocks and then 6 central blocks. 2.5 of the blocks to the left are set aside for the away fans. Then there's one of those big adverts that you have that cover the seats. So there's a buffer zone, and then there's 3.5 sections for the home fans. Right, then there's a gap because the corners are not filled in. And there's another car park behind another 10-foot wooden fence. And then you have just stand behind the goal, which is identical to the one I've described, except not as many rows. So looks like about 20 rows of seats, I would say. And that's the home end. They've got some banners up, yellow division at the top. And then at the very top of it, there's more of a wall at the back. It looks like there may be spaces at the very top for supporters in wheelchairs, because there's a couple of rows of concrete behind it that look like they've been separated out for that purpose. And then behind that on the back wall currently is a display of pictures from 1986 when Oxford United won the League Cup, and it is the anniversary. So at this game there will be commemorative activities around that. The stand that I'm in then is identical to the one opposite. So like I said, corrugated iron, blocks of blue seats. Oh no, it's not identical. So I'm just realising there's 2 tiers to this one. So this one must hold a bit more. And yeah, so I'm at the very back of the top tier. I'm in the press area, and behind the press area are glass windows, which is the press room. And then next to that, a very big gantry for cameras. So that's about it, really. The Kassam Stadium, Oxford United.